Hello, little bumblebee. He's buzzing around the camera? Well, that's not exactly helpful for the background noise there, buddy. Just off you go. That's it, good boy. There we go. Hello everybody, my name is Senkara and welcome to today's Satisfaction Saturday video. So today I just found this lovely, gorgeous little beach reserve and I thought it would be the perfect place to record the next Satisfaction video. So today's topic in today's video will be about habit building. So if you're just here for the habit building tool that I'm going to discuss, then skip to this time here. The time will be, Ariana, put the time there. But for those of you who are keeping up with the Satisfaction Saturday series, I'm sure you'll want to hear about the rest of it. So, if you followed last time's episode, then you will know that this season's goal is all about changing who you are and becoming who you need to be. And the next step in that is habits, building habits and getting rid of your old destructive habits, building new better ones. So that's what I'm going to discuss today. So if you followed last video, then you would have decided your values, the things that you care about, all that good stuff, who you're going to be, who you need to be, who you are, etc. So the first step is deciding all of that. The second step into becoming who you need to be is all about habits, the habits that you have and the habits that you need to have. So what I want you to do is, first of all, work out what habits the new you would have. So you've decided who you are, you've decided your values, so what are the habits that you can do in order to follow those values and become that person? And also you need to work out what habits do you currently have that are holding you back from being who you need to be. So what are the habits of your current self that are keeping you there, that are holding you back, that you need to change in order to evolve? And what are the new habits that you want to replace those ones with? So that's the first thing that you want to work out. So for me, I wrote that the new me, I'm a dualist, I care about, the certain list of things, etc. And you want to stick to that list. You want to read your list, keep up with your values, and follow those values daily. Anytime you do anything, think back to your values and see if you can follow your values in that situation. Once you've written it all down, that'll be a lot easier. So make sure you do that. Follow last video. Be sure to click the card above. Follow that if you haven't done so already. Now, the next step, as I've said, is building those habits. So you want to work out what habits you need to have, what are the habits of the new you, and what habits you need to change. And once you've done that, you can use this tool that I have. The tool I'm going to be teaching you today is called the Productivity Matrix, also known as the Performance Matrix. I learnt it from my father, and it was developed by Dr. Aubrey Daniels. I'll leave a link to his website in the description if you want to check that out and learn more. But basically, the Performance Matrix is a tool for building better habits and better performance, better productivity. It's used in business, it's used for personal reasons, anything, but it's a very, very effective habit building tool. It's the best one that I know, and I think it's the best one out there that I've ever heard of. I mean, a lot of websites talk about building habits, do a little thing per day, 5 minutes, you got the routine of the old, how does it go? You have like a trigger, the habit. Those are great and all, but they don't work as effectively as having a tool and a list. It's like a game that you can follow. So I'll go over it now. So as you can see, first of all, on the left-hand column is the description. This is the description of your new habit or performance the thing that you want to do. So that's your description of the thing that you want to do. And then along the top here are the points, basically. It starts from 5 to 13. So 5 is the baseline of work that you need to do for that habit. So for example, let's use one of my new ones in my matrix. I've got a new place, person, or activity. So this means that I have to meet a new person or go to a new place or do a new activity. So the baseline for that is one new person, place, or activity. Easy enough? Oh yeah. And then at 10, that's the goal. So 5 is the bare minimum, 10 is the goal. That's the goal that you want to do. So for the new person, place, or activity, I've got 3 as my goal, with number 7 being at 2. So I'll go over that a bit more later. Another example is for my sleeping/waking up time. So for that, my goal is to go to bed at 11 and wake up at 7. And if I do those, then I would have reached the 10. Again, I'll go over this in a little more detail later on. And then you have 11, 12, or 13. That's just the extra mile. For extra points, you might feel a little bit more. You can do a little bit more. I might go to sleep at 10:30, wake up at 6:30. It gets pushed further along. You know how it is. So, yep. So 5 is the baseline, bare minimum. 10 is the goal for each day. This is for each day. It's a daily thing. You can make a weekly matrix if you want as well. That works too. But 10 is the goal for that day. And then 11, 12, and 13 is just extras. Then you have the weight. So this is a little more complicated to explain. Basically, the weight is how many points each point is worth. So for my first habit, I've got work for an hour or until a goal is complete. So if I work for an hour, I get 1 point, which obviously starts off as 5, and then if I work for 3 hours, that's 7 points, and my goal is for 6 hours a day, that's 10 points, and then the weight I've got for 25, so the weight of that, if I reach the goal, got the full 10 points, then that would be 10 times 25, 250 points. So basically, the weight column for each goal, it should all add up to 100. So I've got 25, 25, 20, 20, and 10. Those are the weight of my 5 goals, the weight of the points that they are worth. So that should add up to 100. So if you get the bare minimum for each of your habits, then that'll be 500 points, right? And if you get the goal, that'll be 1,000 points for each of them. If you get the goal for each of them, or the bare minimum for each of them, that's 500, okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Finally, the points column is where you put your points for the day, so how well you do. And then, of course, right down the bottom next to the score, that's your total points for the whole day. And that's it, really. That's the basic outline of the matrix. So now what you want to do is in your description, you want to put your new habits that you've worked out for determining who you are. So for me, I've got work for an hour or until a goal is complete. My goal was to work for 6 hours a day, but of course I don't want to extend the work that I'm doing, accidentally, intentionally make this one thing take an hour. So if I completed a drawing, a paid drawing, and I did it in less than an hour, that would still count as 1 point. But if it took me more than an hour, that would also count as 1 point. If it took me 2 hours, that's 2 points. You get the idea. Same goes for training. For my training, I did, that's including fitness and dueling, because if you remember back in my values, being a duelist was that's what I'm going off. So I thought, what kind of habits does a duelist have? What kind of habits does that person have? So that would be working and practicing, because in the Yu-Gi-Oh world, duelists are kind of like athletes, and athletes train for about 6 hours a day. So that's why I did that. So training is 1 hour, goal is 6 hours, that'll get me up to 10 points, and then of course I can do extra, and that's, any type of training really. Then I have my new person place activity. So for this one, it's a bit different. For this one, I don't want to do 6 new activities a day. That's a bit much. That's a bit difficult. Or meet 6 people. This was just to get me out of my comfort zone as well, to help me be more, I guess, extroverted, but not really. I'm still, but a bit more out there, a bit more outgoing. Hello, Bumblebee. You're coming back to make some noise? Good on you. Come here. Oh, you're so cute. I love bumblebees. Anyway, so my goal for that was to do 3 of those. So 1 person, 1 place, 1 activity, or 3 of one of them either way. So if the goal is 3, then the 3 goes at 10, and then you split it up among the rest. So if I just did 1 new activity, 1 new place, 1 new person, just 1, then that would be 5. If I did 2, that would be 7, and if I did 3, that would be 10, because that's my goal. And then 4 is the 13, so that's the extra. So you can split it up like that. However you want to write it out is up to you. Just as long as it makes sense to you, that's the most important thing. Then is my social media goal, of course, so an Instagram, Twitter post, or a story post. Again, I split it up in a similar way, except I've got 4 at 12 and 5 at 13. And finally, my sleep/wake up time. My goal being to go to bed at 11 and wake up at 7. So for every half hour, that one's a bit complicated to explain. But basically, I won't even try to explain it, but I get the idea, and that's the point. So it needs to make sense to you and split up how you want it. Then for the weight should be distributed in a way that the most important / most difficult goals to achieve would have more weight on them, right? So for my working and training, that's both an hour each, and that's probably the most important habit of mine, plus the goal is 6 hours each. So that has the most weight for me, 25 on each of those. Then a new person, place, or activity, that's really easy. And also it's split up to only, the goal is 3, so I lowered that a bit, but it's also, it's a difficult thing for me as well, and it's very important. So I gave that 20, same with the social media again. It's an easy thing to do, it's just a bit of a challenge. It's something that I need to do though, and so I gave that 20. And the easiest goal is the sleep/wake up. I just need to go to bed at 11, wake up at 7, and I just automatically get 10 points. So that is the lowest one for me for the weight. I put 10. Simple enough. I'm hoping this is all making sense. So if you have any questions, ask me in the comments or on the Discord server or on Instagram at the Team Satisfaction. Be sure to follow me there. Finally, the next thing to talk about is the rewards that you get. So, you're doing all these things, you're getting these points, but what's the purpose? Why are you getting the points? What are the points for? This is where the reward system comes in. Now, your rewards, they shouldn't be big things. Like, you don't get a trophy or something. You don't go out and, purchase the reward should be, little motivators that, that bring you joy, that make you happy, things that you like. There should be little motivators that keep you going. So, for example, you might want a drink at your favorite cafe. That might be something that you do every day. Get your morning coffee. Make that a reward for a certain amount of points. So, a coffee could be, like, say, 200, 500 points or whatever, something small. And then your 700 points could be something a little bigger. Maybe you go out for lunch or something, if that's something that you like to do. And then your final big reward, at the 1,000 points, I don't know, something bigger that you like to do. Basically, the amount of points you get is proportional to the size of the reward, but the reward is not like a huge thing. It's a motivator. It's a little motivator that gets you going. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining this well. Again, any questions, ask me in the comments. So for me, my rewards were at 200 points, I get to browse the memes. I like to browse my memes every day. That's what I do every morning. It's part of my morning routine. So I decided to make that one of my rewards. That for me would just be an hour of work in the morning plus waking up at 7. Nice and easy. Then I get to browse my memes. Next is 500 points. I get to talk to a friend on Messenger, message someone that I like, someone that brings me joy when I talk to them, I get to send a message at 500. Then at 600, get to look at some pics that make me happy. 700, I get to watch while I eat. So with my dinner, I get to watch some anime. That's always good. I love to do that. That's what I do every day. So if I don't get to 700 points in the day, then I don't get to watch my anime with my dinner, and that would be very sad. Big motivation for me to get some more points. 800 is another messenger. 1,000 points. So if I reach my goal for all of my habits basically in one day, then I get to go and eat out. I get to, go to a restaurant or McDonald's or something rather than eating at home, because I do quite like eating out, but it also costs more. That's the downside with it. So I made it a goal. Finally, for 1,300 points, that's if I get the maximum points for everything, then I get a day off. I can do whatever I want for the next day, don't have to follow any habits or any points, and I can still reap the rewards of those, except for the day off, obviously. If I'm really motivated for a day off, I can do it. There we go. That's my big points. So pick your own little motivators, pick your own rewards that will get you going. They should just be things that, things that you restrict from yourself as well. So like, for example, my watching with food, that's what I do every day, is I watch with my food, because what else would I do? Sit and eat and do nothing? Ugh! Disgust! So make sure that your rewards motivate you to get more points, or else, because if you don't get the points, then you will be upset. Then it'll be no good if you don't get the points. So it shouldn't be like a big prize, like if I put, like an anime figure, that would motivate me to get more points. But if I didn't get the points, then it would be no big deal, because I can always get the figure later, Finally, the final part of the performance matrix is sharing it with other people. So sharing it with other people motivates you to get more points, so the people that you're showing can, give you like a thumbs up or a nice work, they can motivate you with their words. Or if you do a pretty crappy day, you send it to your cynical friend who tells you that you're shit and need to do better. That works too. So sharing it with other people. Now, I do encourage you, of course, to share them with me, send them to me, DM me on Instagram at the Team Satisfaction. We'll put it here, at the Team Satisfaction. DM me or tag me in a story post or whatever you want to do. Send it to me on the Discord. I do highly encourage you guys to send me your matrices. That would be great if I can be a part of it and help motivate you guys. I would really, really love that. That would be amazing, okay? I'm gonna put my matrix up on my story every day. Again, follow at the Team Satisfaction on Instagram. And not only will that motivate me to do better because I'm sharing it with you guys, and again, please, berate me if I do bad, encourage me if I do well, send me your thumbs up or your 100, react to the story. That would be great. That would really help me out. And hopefully it will also motivate you guys to follow your own matrices, to follow your new habits and become the person that you want to be. I'm gonna lead by example. That's the plan. 10 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm running out of things to say. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful to you, and I hope that you guys follow the tips that I've given in this video to change yourself and better your own lives. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Leave a like for the YouTube algorithm, and satisfy me by subscribing and hitting that bell icon to be notified of when the next video will be. Oh, crack that back. My name has been Senkara, and until next time, see ya.